Welcome to another edition of the Lee Uehlinger Models Build Log series featured on YouTube. Today we're going to put together my newest airplane as of this date, and it's the pocket knife. This is how your kit comes after you pull it out of the box. We'll go ahead and take a look at it, pull it out of the bag. Cabane struts. Some of the carbon. More carbon's in the little packet here. These are the vortex generators. In order to maintain airspeed on your downlines, these parts you'll have to cut out on the black line there. You'll also have to cut out the landing gear, strut covers, and the wheel pants if you want them. The wheel pant covers tend to get broke off. You know, they might be something you just forget about, but put them on there the first time. It makes it look great. Also, if you're flying indoors in a basketball arena, something with a real smooth landing surface, it may work just fine. Fuselage cross brace. Elevator, pre-hinged. Rudder, we'll need to hinge that after we get the elevator into the fuselage. Fuselage side. Top wing, pre-hinged. And the bottom wing. We'll start off by cutting the tape here on the carbon. And what we have here are these four 14-inch pieces of 030 carbon are for the wing wires. We have two of the 070 by 8-inch. Those are the landing gear. Okay. Two 050 by 7-inch. Those are your aileron interconnectors. They'll connect the two ailerons together so that we can have one servo powering all four ailerons. Two of the 050 by 18-inch push rods. Now in the little package here, you'll have your plywood pack, which has control horns, landing gear support, and push rod supports. You'll have to take your X-Acto knife and cut through the little tabs and possibly sand off any little excess that the tab may have left. More carbon. What we have here is push rod connectors for the ailerons and the fuselage supports. The fuselage supports are a 5-inch by 030 carbon, all pre-cut for you. There's 4 and there's 8 of those. Heat shrink tubing, 2 5-inch pieces, and we'll have to cut those into 1-inch segments just for all of them. Everything is a 1-inch segment. Then we have 4 of the 050 by 1-inch. These go with the aileron. These are for the aileron interconnectors. And then you'll have your Z-bend pieces here for the push rod connectors for both the ailerons and the elevator. There's 8 of those. Then we have 2 approximately 2-inch 030 carbon for the ailerons, and then approximately a 2.5 or 3-inch piece for the tail skid. Now also on this package here, it has blender tape adhered to it. That is for your rudder hinge. We'll have to save this. Do not throw this away yet. Let's go ahead and start off by putting together the aileron interconnectors. Take yourself a piece of about 120 grit sandpaper. Just about anything will do. and on your 050 by 1 inch, I want you to just kind of round the edges off on one side. Also, we're going to take the 050 aileron interconnectors, 050 by 7, and round off both ends of those. Just like that. Also in the packet we have these, I believe it's an 032 wire. These are the landing gear skids. I believe you can see those. There's 2 of those. Let's start off by cutting your heat shrink tubing into 1 inch segments. Take your regular CA. I'm using a medium CA on everything. This is non-foam safe for all the carbon structure. Anything that I'm going foam, I'll be using a foam safe CA and accelerator. What you'll need to do is take your 1 inch piece of carbon and either put a mark in the middle at a 1/2 inch mark, or use your finger and pretty much guesstimate a 1/2 inch, halfway down it. And you want to glue a 1/2 inch of the 1 inch heat shrink tubing to it. And it just takes a dot of CA. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat the inner side of this just a little bit. Just like that. Now take your 7 inch 050 carbon with a dot of CA on the end. And push it until you touch the other carbon on the other side. And shrink it up. Now while it's hot, I'm going to go ahead and bend it. About that far. And let it cool. You want to do that on both ends. Well, it's about the middle. Again, shrink it just on the inside. Another 1 inch piece of 050. And remember, we're actually, on the 1 inch 050, we're actually putting CA on the rounded end, the side we rounded off. We want the 2 rounded ends touching each other in the middle of the heat shrink tubing. And then bend it. And you'll notice that they're bent at the same angle to each other. Assemble 2 of these. These are both of the completed aileron interconnectors. We'll set them aside. Our next step will be assembling the fuselage. What we need to do is to take your fuselage cross brace and cut through the center of each one of the tabs at the front, the middle and the back. And you'll need a straight edge.